All right. All right. Happy Thursday. Welcome to all the Q&As about how we're making money online. I already introduced myself, but I'll do it. My name is Jess. I live in a double wide trailer in West Virginia. How many of you have heard me say that? Put a yes in the comments. I've been saying it for 15 months, average 5 figures a month, because I took a leap of faith and bought a digital marketing program. So I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I have two really good friends here and my sister. Is my sister here? We have been here over a year, Bethany, Ashley, and myself, because we saw something we couldn't unsee. If you know anything about me, you know I've worked secretary jobs, waitress jobs, gas station jobs my entire life. I've always had two jobs, 50, 60-hour weeks my entire life. And I used to sell weight loss products. I used to sell fingernails. I used to sell makeup, and I would make a percentage of somebody else's product. If you've ever sold somebody else's product, put that in the comments. Avon, Mary Kay. I used to put makeup on little old ladies for $5. And I didn't think the digital space was for me. So if you have ever had any of these thoughts about making money online, I want you to tell me in the comments. I don't have any followers. I don't know how to make a video. I don't know how to make a website. Look at me. I live in a double wide trailer, popcorn ceilings. Ashley does too. We're double wide sisters. Is that right? Double wide trailer sisters. I just didn't think I had the look to make money online. I didn't have the knowledge. I had no idea how to make money online. But same story, right, Andrea? Um, I was a little jealous of other people making money online. If you've ever felt that way, put a one. You're just making videos. I could do that. How did you get started? What are you doing? I can make videos. I got free time. Because let's face it, it's 2025. We have our phone glued to our hand. How many of you spend more time right here than you do anywhere else? Put me in the comments. I'm on my phone all the time. Even before I started making money with it, I was on my phone all the time. So when I started thinking about other ways besides selling a product to make money online, I started looking at digital products, master resale rights, TikTok shop. You guys ever researched TikTok shop? I didn't want to just make a percentage or a fraction of TikTok shop products, but I didn't know how to make my own products. That sounded foreign to me. Brian says yes. Does that sound foreign to you? Put one in the comments if the expression, oh, just make your own digital products and try to sell them. What? I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to make anything. I don't know how to make people want to buy what I have. I just need to make money online. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and how and what and when you can do, how you can get started, what all you can. We are not super fancy. I do not use big words. I don't talk great. Like I'm just a normal stuttering mess of a mom and a wife. Is that anybody else? I'm not putting on a show. I put on a dirty shirt I wore to church yesterday just because the front of it looked nice. Like this is just real life, okay? Ashley has kids. Bethany has kids. They might holler. They might, make noise. Mine are playing the PlayStation. So I want Ashley to tell her story, but before we go, I just want you to open-mindedly listen to us. I have literally sat behind a computer screen for most of my life and made money for somebody else. How many of you right now are working a full-time job? I've always worked. I've always worked for somebody else. And I came to TikTok November of 2023. I had a lot of credit card debt. Anybody else? Andrea is a slave for others, she says in the comments. I was working for other people and I had a lot of debt. Eric, you were just on my live, right? I had a lot of debt and we were putting groceries on the credit cards. If there was dinners and I needed extra groceries, if there was a tire blowout, everything extra was on a credit card. And it's sad to say it, but we had thousands and thousands of dollars worth of credit card debt, medical bills, all the things. My husband worked. We did all the things, all the American things. Do you guys feel that way? I'm doing all the right things. I'm working, I'm doing everything, but I can't get out of this hole. And that's how I've always felt. That's all I've ever known. My parents worked in a factory. They don't have money. They never like said, here you go, have a bunch of money. It was always go work another shift. That's what my parents always told me. So the digital space to me seemed foreign. I didn't know how to make products. I didn't know how to make websites. I didn't know how to make videos. I didn't know how to grow followings. But I had something inside of me that I knew could do more than just sit behind a computer or work for somebody else. If you feel that, put me in the comments. I was just doing something for somebody else. I wanted to do something for myself. So we're going to talk, Ashley's going to talk, but I want you to just listen with an open mind tonight because we've all been here over a year. We all have incredibly different stories. But we're making this work in the pockets of our different lives. I just quit my job in November. I worked for the state of West Virginia. I was a QC food stamp reviewer. So I audited people's food stamp cases for the state of West Virginia. I had done that and worked for the state for 17 years. Because of my health, they let me go. Like I was a nothing. I was a number and I already had a plan B and I was already making money online. But if that was like a year before that, I would have panicked because I was not making the kind of money I'm making now. So I just want you to think as we tell our stories and talk, and we want all your questions, and we're going to explain like how to get started, what to do, payment plans, like what are my options, and like my daily things that we do every day. So I love that you guys are here. We won't keep you all night, and I want all your questions. Ashley's going to talk a little bit too. I want her to tell her story, and we'll take it from there. How's that sound?
Awesome. Thanks, Jess. I'm so glad. Look at all of you guys showing up on a Thursday. We thought Thursday wasn't going to be popular. Hi, how are you? Hi, friends. So I was in healthcare. I had 15 years experience in healthcare. That's literally all I had. If it wasn't healthcare, I didn't know how to do it. And I, like Jess said, right? We were drowning. We were broke as a joke. I was drowning in debt, drowning in bills, drowning in the guilt, the mom guilt of missing out on all of the important moments. My oldest daughter just turned 6 last week, and I missed the first 4 Christmases of her life. And I truly hated it. I hated it. I did, but I didn't realize that there was any other option. And then, yeah, no joke. That is true. And then I had baby number 3. And with that came a whole new set of postpartum anxiety that I didn't know was a thing. It made it really hard for me to leave my baby and go to work. I was working these 12-hour shifts with a 40-minute drive on each end. I was lucky if I got to see my kids for 20 minutes a day. And it truly sucked. I was sneaking out while they were still asleep. And I was missing out on way too much, but didn't know that there was any other way because, that's what I was taught growing up. You're struggling, you go out and you get a second job, you pick up some overtime, you do more about it, right? And then kind of the last straw was after baby number 3 was born, he needed a medical procedure done that insurance didn't cover. Don't even get me started on insurance. It's a whole different nightmare. But insurance didn't cover it and we didn't have the money. We just didn't have the money. I had to ask to borrow money from my mom, and it was an awful feeling. It was embarrassing. I felt like a failure as a parent. I had 3 kids. I had no emergency fund. I had no savings, and I couldn't even provide for my kids' medical needs. And I vowed right then and there that I was going to do something different because I would never be in that situation again. I didn't know what that would look like. Maybe that looks like I have to go out and I have to get 3 jobs, 4 jobs. Maybe I have to pick up contracts where I'm away from my family for a week on end, but I'm going to provide. I didn't want that, but I didn't know that anything like this existed. And then I'm scrolling Facebook as we do, right? And somebody that I'm friends with on Facebook posted, and she said, I will literally probably never forget this. She said, just made $5,000 while out of the country on vacation with my husband. And here I am drowning. I'm busting my butt. I'm picking up tons of overtime. My husband and I are stuck in this roommate phase. We never have any quality time together. I miss my kids. I am coming home and I'm giving my family like my sloppy seconds because I'm giving everybody else at work the best of me. I've got nothing left to give. I'm stretched too thin. And you're on vacation and you just made $5,000. I got mad. I got angry. I got jealous. I got defensive. I was like, what in the world am I doing wrong? Anyone else? Like, have you ever seen that? Like seen somebody post, just got a new car, out to dinner, on date night, just got a new bag, on vacation, and thinking, must be nice. I don't like that I felt that way, that I felt jealous and uncomfortable about it, but I did. I'm human, right? And I said, all right, here I go. And I slid into her DMs and I said, all right, what are you doing? Like, help a sister out because what I'm doing is like crushing me, killing me inside slowly. And she said, it's digital marketing. And I said, pump the brakes. That's not for me, right? When you guys hear the words digital marketing, what do you think? What words pop into your mind? I told my husband about it and he said, that's a scam. That's too good to be true. I thought that sounds techie. That sounds time consuming. That sounds like you have to be like this big old like influencer with thousands of followers. And like Jess said, like I'm part of that double wide, like peanut butter on my shirt, mountains of laundry in the background crew, right? I'm not that perfectly put together influencer. So I kind of like before I even gave it a chance, started to talk myself out of it. I started coming up with these excuses and I was like, I don't know. I got 3 kids. I'm busy. And she's like, I got 3 kids. I'm busy. And I was like, I don't know. I've tried the MLMs. I've tried the makeup. And she's like, yep, I've done that too. And so she was like throwing out my excuses just as quickly as I could come up with them. And I was like, all right, you know what? Bottom line is this, like, it sounds terrifying. I truly don't know what I'm getting into. But I do know that what I'm doing isn't working and I need to do something different. So I told my husband about it. He laughed at me, straight up laughed at me. My goal though, when I started this, I call it my pipe dream. My crazy little pipe dream was if I could figure out a way to make an extra $600 a month, that was going to pay my car payment and that was going to pay my daughter's school tuition. If you could make an extra $600 a month, what would you do with it? Jess just said she'd pay her mortgage. Yeah. And you guys, that was my goal, right? Someone with zero experience, just if I could figure out a way to make an extra $600 a month, that's gonna do that for me. This last month, February, my husband was laid off. My husband works blue collar. He works very hard. He busts his butt. He's a veteran, and with 2 days' notice, they laid him off for February. A year ago, if that would have happened to us before we had this, that would have been the cinder block tied around our ankles that pulled us under. We would have drowned. We had nothing, no emergency fund. And instead, he got to spend the whole month of February with us. I made $10,100 from my phone doing this. The same step-by-step system. And I want to tell you guys something, right? We say digital marketing, and I saw it in the comments. Some of you are like, I have no idea what to even think about that. Like, I don't even know. I want you to think about something. I guarantee at least 99% of us are already doing this, already doing digital marketing in some sense of it, right? Have you ever like shared a recipe? Maybe you got a recipe from Pinterest and you shared it to your Facebook, or you shared a restaurant review, or you watched a good movie at the theaters, or you read a good book, or you got a new pair of jeans and you shared it with somebody on Facebook. And you're like, oh my gosh, I just tried this recipe. My husband went back for seconds. Even my picky kids ate it without complaining. Do you know what you just did? You just digitally marketed something for somebody else, except you made no money. So what we're doing is we're digitally marketing products that we have the resell rights to. So we share it using a strategy that's given to us, right? Like all of us have said, you have to be coachable, you have to be consistent. If you can be coachable, follow the steps because it's going to teach you how to share it. And then when somebody likes the way that you talk about it, they're inspired by what you're saying, they can connect, they can relate to you, and they want to check it out. They click on that link, they purchase the products, you make the money. So it's finally your time, your effort is your earnings. Your time is the value of this, and your time is valuable. And I've never experienced anything to this extent at 100% profit. So we're gonna like let Bethany chat about it. I love how Bethany breaks down the automations, because as if a 2-hour workday isn't good enough, you're able to split this up into the pockets of our day. And I know that that looks different for every single one of us talking here and that's watching. That was really important to me. I wanted to see that you don't have to fit this certain mold. We have grandmas doing this. Wendy in Canada has made multi six figures and she's a grandma. Tim in California has made multi six figures and he's a dad of 5 and a grandpa and he goes golfing every day. I'm just a hot mess stay at home mama, right? We have Tony in Texas that's a high school dropout. We have people in all different walks of life that are doing this and doing this successfully. That was really important to me. I didn't want to have to fit this mold. I didn't want to have to fake it till you make it, like some of the makeup companies that used to tell me what to do, right? So we have this 2-hour workday. I split it up. I do it in the school pickup line. I do it while the baby's napping. That's going to look different for every single one of us, how you structure that throughout your day. And then what Bethany's going to talk about is going to kick in and do the heavy lifting for us, which is just got a whole lot better with the 2.0, but I'm going to let Bethany talk about that.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Again, like Ashley and Jess both said, thank you for spending some of your Thursday night with us. So our stories are all completely different. I came here as a stay-at-home mom that was struggling with the guilt that I wasn't providing for my family. I had hustled and done a lot of stuff on the side. I'd done the MLMs, the craft business out of my house, the babysitting, the cleaning for people, because when we had our kids, my husband and I both decided that we wanted me to be the one to raise them. I didn't want to get pictures and messages of their first steps and all those things. And it was hard. We had to make a lot of cuts financially to be what we are now, a family of 6 living off one income. And I was burnt out. I was mega burnt out. I had done the craft business out of my house. I made the shirts, I crocheted, I paint, I sewed. Anything anybody wanted me to make, I would make it because it made me $1, right? And I was burnt out because I would spend months building up inventory for craft shows in the fall and the winter. And I'd go and I'd come home with tears in my eyes because I would barely cover my booth fee. And I had a car full of inventory that I was now going to have to post on Facebook and sell for way less than I wanted to. And people didn't value my handmade goods. People didn't value my time that I poured into these. And I was just broken, honestly. And I knew there had to be another way. I sat and I scrolled and watched so many people talking about making money online, affiliate marketing, digital marketing, Amazon. There was so many things. And I Googled and I YouTubed for a year trying to figure out how to do it on my own. And I ended up alone because everybody was just telling me, like Jess said, go to Canva, make your product. You're going to sell it. You're going to make thousands of dollars. And I was like, but what am I going to make? And how do I know how to sell it? And how do I know that it will sell? And I realized that I also had zero confidence. Okay. And that's something hard to admit, but I didn't. And so I needed help. I needed guidance. And my breaking point for me to get started here, to finally invest in a program or a course, right? Because that was the last thing I wanted to do. I mean, you guys tell me right now. I mean, we all know that that is not our number one thing that we want to do is go invest in something. But I realized that I needed the help and I needed something that was going to guide me and a mentor. And that's exactly what we have here. Having these done for you digital products, it took all the guesswork out of it for me. I didn't have to go create my product because it was already made for me. I didn't have to figure out if people were going to buy it. Y'all, 10 months, $29 million, over $29 million the Legacy Builder program has sold. And that's 100% commission to us, to me, Ashley, Jess, Amanda, everybody else that is doing this. We have a community of over 50,000 people across the world. Not a single penny of that went to a company or a CEO. 100% profit to us. And when I saw that, it was like, wow, okay, so I don't have to make it. I get to make 100% profit. And one of the biggest things for me as someone who was looking into work from home, at home, how to make money, everything I found took so much time, glued to my computer for 8 hours a day with headsets on and on the phone and go away kids. That's not what I wanted. That wasn't what I wanted. So when I came here and found out 2 hours broken up however I wanted, I was like, okay, I think I can do that. The first part of my day when I wake up, you guys, is editing a video while I lay in my bed before I even get up and go get my kids up and get them ready for the day. I never dreamed that I could do something like that. And the automations part that Ashley was talking about, y'all, we call it our freedom machine because it makes us money while we sleep. Ashley makes money all the time, almost every day, it seems like, while she's taking a nap with her kids. Okay. She'll text us and be like, you guys, I was literally taking a nap and I made money. Like, that's a dream come true. One of my favorite ones, we have a local amusement park and I went there and I spent the day with my family and I made $900 while standing in line to ride a roller coaster with my kids. I worked 2 minutes on my 2-hour car drive down there and then spent the whole day with my family. And that happened because this system runs for you all the time. The way that it works, all of you are here because you went to that link in our bio, right? You put your email in and you got the information, that link with our picture or whatever it was that you saw. And then it takes you to that video page. It sends you an email. All of that was done for us. All right. They took all the guesswork. They took all the hard techie work out of it for us. And we just had to plug and play that. And if you're somebody like Jess, who was like, no, I don't even want to touch it. I don't want to do it. You can pay somebody in our community. There's tech help. You can pay them and they'll set it all up for you. And that's perfectly fine. But these are super simple step-by-step videos that you're going to walk through to set all this up. But the automations, the way that that works, people go there. They want the information. They scroll across you on TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, Instagram, wherever you're at, high traffic websites. They put their email in and now they have that information at their fingertips. Just like if you go to Bath and Body Works, okay? And you're at the checkout line and she's talking to you and she's like, do you have an email that you want to give me? And you're like, yeah, I do. Here's my email. Why do you give Bath and Body Works your email? Because you want more information, because you love their products. You want to know when your favorite ones come out in that certain time of year and you want coupons and all that stuff. This is no different. People come here and they give us their email because they genuinely want the information. I think I saw somebody say something about like they didn't want to bug friends and family. Not at all. All of us here that are doing this have never cold messaged a single person. We've never bugged anybody about doing this. We post our stuff in a way that literally stops our perfect customer scroll, and they come right to us. They slide into our DMs. They want the information. They comment on our videos and stuff and say, hey, I want the information. Can you share that with me? And we do. So you're never sharing this with somebody who's not interested. They come to you and they want it because that's the way they teach us here. You're going to learn all of those things here because none of us knew how to do that. The cold messaging was the way that we knew how to do it. And there's a whole new way and a better way, because I'll tell you, I did that old way for 2 years and I wasn't successful. And it was very discouraging to constantly get those no's. And oh, it was just, I felt honestly slimy doing it that way a little bit. And I don't have to worry about that here. I actually did this for 2 solid months before I told anybody that I knew. I was able to create a brand new TikTok because I was scared. Okay. How many of you are sitting here scared? Put a me. You don't want your friends and family to know. You're worried about what they're going to say and think about you. Oh, Bethany's making those videos and making money online. What are you going? No, you don't have to worry about that. I made a brand new TikTok. I didn't link it to my contacts. I didn't tell anybody. And I was able to have success from people. I live in Missouri, from people from Louisiana and Florida and North Carolina, people that I'd never met a day in my life. That's what's amazing about social media is your reach on here. I'm talking to people in Africa and Sapien. I think I'm saying that right. Somewhere in the Pacific Islands. She's talking to me right now. Never would I have had reach to people like that if it wasn't for what I was taught here and learning how to use these social media platforms the right way. But people get in that email list and they might buy from you in 5 minutes. We've all had it happen. People come on our lives and they go buy from us immediately. And then you have people that sit in there for 5 days. That was me. I sat in there for about a week. I bought from Miss Jess. And 5 months, maybe. There are people that sit in there for a long time. Our mentor actually just told us the other day on one of the calls that she had a lady that had been in her email list for 2 years and finally bought from her. You're not pushing and pressuring the people that are in your email list. We always say we love on them there. We're just giving you more and more information because our biggest thing here is we want you to feel confident in your decision that you want to and can do this. So that is what those emails do, is they just nurture you and give you more information so that you feel confident that you can come here and do this. And so when people get started, it might be while you're sleeping, it might be while you're playing with your kids, it might be while you're at your job. That is the freedom part of it. So you plug in those 2 hours a day and it works for you all the time. So sales come in anytime. There's a lot of things you can do here. You're going to learn how to market whatever you want to, whether you have your own business, product, or service. You're going to learn how to market this program if you want to. You're going to learn how to become an affiliate for different things. We all have multiple streams of income besides just the program because we've learned that here. I'm actually working on something of my own, and it's because when you show up here every day, I know we talked about that being a little bit scary, right? Showing up, putting yourself out there, making videos, going live, super nervous. Okay. I'm a humongous introvert. Humongous. So much so when I told my husband I want to do this, he laughed. He was like, you want to do what? You don't talk to people. Like I said, I know, but I'm going to do it. And because I've shown up here every day and grown, you guys, in confidence in myself, I am now working on my own digital product. You're going to learn things like this. You're going to get a Canva crash course. You're going to get digital product ideas to make. And the really cool part about digital products is you make it one time. This is a 30-day devotional for moms that I'm working on. I took something that I was passionate about and something that I want to help other moms with, and I'm making that. But I wouldn't have been able to do that if it wasn't for this program. And it took me 10 months to get to that point to start working on it. And I'll finish it this year sometime, but I'm not on any certain deadline because nobody's like on top of me saying, you got to have it done by this day. This all is at your own time and at your own pace. Don't let this overwhelm you, but let this like inspire you and show you what is possible here, that you can get started, promote the program, and get that money that you're wanting. Because if we're all honest, we all came here because we were struggling and we needed more. And we just wanted something quick and easy. And that was honestly what this was for me. I saw that, wow, I don't have to make it. It takes that time out of it. I can just jump in and get started. And now I'm getting to grow it and turn it into what I want to turn it into. So I hope that that lets you know that with this, the possibilities are endless. Wherever you want to take this, you can take it and turn your passions, your desires, your interest into an income online, because you'll learn how to market. You'll learn how to market it and how to have that automated system that works for you 24/7. Who's next, Ashley or Jess?
Good. So I know that some of you are probably like, okay, so like, what do I do? I know like there's a cost, then there's things I have to do. Do you guys feel that way right now? Like that's how I felt because I kept buying a bunch of courses. Have you guys ever bought courses online? So the Legacy Builder program gives you 4 products that are done. You don't make training videos. Like if Ashley signed up underneath the Bethany, she's not telling her what to do every day and they're not making Zooms together. Okay. I can't do any of that. I'm not smart enough to figure that stuff out. So when you buy the Legacy Builder program, you get $100 course that's done. That goes on your website. People can buy it for you from $100. You get a 300, a 600, and a 900. So the Legacy Builder costs you $900. You get 4 products completely done for you. All of us have payment plans. I can go all the way down to $56 a month. You get 100% access. You don't have to pay it all off. Some people get approved without paying a payment the first one. 4 products done, but you get it to where you set it up to be automated. So some of you saw us on live today. Some of you are in our email system. The program in 20 tiny bite-sized pieces shows you how to set the website that we give you up to emails, up to your payment platform. So PayPal or Square. How many of you have ever stuck your credit card in the white box at a craft fair? You guys ever done that? Put a 1 in the comments if you have. That's Square. You can do that electronically. That's how you get paid. You can connect it to your bank account, 20 bite-sized videos, 3 hours. Some people have it set up. The tech part is what scared me to death. Anybody else? I paid somebody to set all that up for me. I am very I can't even say the word. I'm tech challenged. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. Somebody else was asking that. You can pay people to do it for you. You can do it yourself, or we have a Zoom that's free 2 days a week. You can get on a Zoom with other people that are certified in our community. They'll set you up for free. You don't have to touch that part ever again. So if you were on my live today, a bunch of you got emails from me and I was not even emailing you. It's automatic, just like Bethany talked about, right? We were talked about that every time you go somewhere. We were at Ace Hardware today returning a UPS package and they wanted our email for not for the UPS package. The Ace Hardware people wanted our email. We didn't even check out. So like everywhere you go, people want your email address, right? You guys agree? Put yes, everywhere. You make money and leads and you get people in conversation with you because you collect their email address. We all lost our TikTok account on January 18th, right? People that did TikTok shop that rely on you to click on their orange cart panicked. Do you guys agree? They panicked. I lost my followers. I lost all the ways I'm going to make money. They have no way to collect your email address. The reason why the Legacy Builder program is exploding and so many people are changing their life is because if you want to talk to me, you have to give me your email address. And then what am I going to do with you? I'm going to follow up with you. So when you do that, we have 30 days worth of emails written. So all you do is put your name and website at the bottom, and then the people that sign up and you go live or you put out a video and they click your link and they give you their email, they get an email from you every day for 30 days that we wrote that's guaranteed to work $29 million in 10 months from those emails and our website. $29 million. That's what our community made. $29 million in 10 months off of that website and those emails. So once you get all of that connected, 3 hours, if you need help, then you go make videos. And Ashley's really good at this. I will want her to talk about it. Plus, there's some questions. I didn't know what a content creator was. How many of you were on my live just now and you heard me talking about making videos? I think it was Eric, maybe Jeremiah. Did I make a video for you? Were you on my live? I made some videos for you guys and I just like punched them out real loud, real fast. I didn't know what a content creator was. I don't know how to make content. So Ashley, I love the way Ashley talks and says stuff like that. She's gonna once you get your website set up so it looks like our website, you literally can just start flying, doing whatever you want to promote this. You go make videos, right? Go make videos. So Ashley, I want you to talk about that. And there's some questions too. We'll answer your questions too.
Okay, cool. Real quick, because I saw Jeremiah's question. He said, how much harder would this be to promote if TikTok went away? It's not. We just go to a different platform. You get to pick one. There are some people, I know my girl Shara, she lives in Canada. She does not do any TikTok and she's made multi-six figures doing this. And hers has been all from Facebook. And then in Canada, they have a different social media thing called Kijiji, which is essentially like our Craigslist. So she posts and you could literally go and post this on Craigslist, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, Lemonade. Like don't get hung up on TikTok. We love TikTok. It worked well for us. The reason why I started on TikTok is because no one knew me there. I was embarrassed. I didn't want any of my family members to see what I was doing. So I started on TikTok where no one knew me. I started with 0 followers. So like Jess said, right? Creating our content. Everybody has a story. Every single one of us here has a different story, right? Like Jeremiah is obviously not a stay-at-home mom, right? Okay, but that doesn't mean that he can't not relate to me and the feelings of guilt when it comes to missing out on moments with your kids. So you're going to share your story. You're going to share what this has either made possible for you to make happen, or what you will be able to make happen because of this. And everyone, it's going to look different for every single person, but that is going to be what makes it possible for your customer to relate to you. So I have made $141,000 and I have never had a video go viral. The reason why is because the reason why I've been able to make that kind of money without going viral is because this teaches you attraction marketing and puts a heavy emphasis on finding your perfect customer, because you could have a perfect product, AKA something that teaches anybody how to make money if they're coachable and consistent. You could make perfect content, but if you don't know how to get that in front of your perfect customer, then truthfully, and I'm saying this with love because I don't want to see you do this, you're wasting your time. So a really, really big piece of this is learning that attraction marketing, learning how you can make sure that your content is falling in front of your customer. Because to be honest, if you guys go and look at my TikTok, I got a lot of noise and toys and chaos. I'm doing it with a baby on my hip. I'm doing it with a baby sleeping on me. I'm doing it while I'm cooking, while I'm cleaning, while I'm in the school pickup line. A middle-aged man that has never had any children, that lives in a high-rise skyscraper in New York, is not going to relate to me at all. He will scroll real quick past my stuff. A blue-collar man is not going to relate to me at all. But that's actually a good thing. It helps you out. So in the beginning, I tried so hard to get my content to appeal to everyone. I was like, I just want everyone to buy this from me. Who wouldn't want to make money? My goal in the beginning, I'm going to be completely honest, and it sounds very selfish, but my goal in the beginning was I needed to make money. That was it. I needed to make money. We were drowning. I was buried. I was stuck, like checking my bank account before I got out of bed. Financial depression was a real thing. I needed to make money. I needed to dig us out of this hole. It worked. I started, I made money. And the moment that the first time I had a $1,200 day as a stay-at-home mom, it literally blew my mind. And I was like, I need to share this with someone else. I've never experienced something like this. So my goals went from I need to make money, I, me, to I want you to see what you can do, because this is working for me, someone that had 0 experience. I want this to work for you. So it came from I need to make money to I need to share this. And just by that simple, quick little pivot, I started having $3,000 weeks. And that's when my $10,000 months started happening. So I want you to know that what you are going to have is this program, this education that you get to share with your customer, who's going to be very different than my customer, than Jess's customer, than Bethany's, than Angel's, than Brian's, than Doug's, right? Every single one of us is going to have a different customer. You're going to learn the skills from this. You're going to market this to your customer. And when they purchase it from you, you make the money, 100% profit. We're not your upline. We don't take a cut. And that's really a breath of fresh air. Honestly, I know we all say that, but until I made that first sale and I saw that $1,200 day, $1,200 into my account, I didn't believe it until I actually saw it. So, like Jess said too, and I think I saw somebody in the comments that said something about faceless. You guys can do this faceless. We really want to set you up for success. We call faceless a slow burn, because when you're doing faceless content, it's a little bit harder for people to connect to you because they don't necessarily see you as a real person. But that does not mean that people are not doing this and making money with faceless. Your results may just take a little bit longer. But again, that's why we preach it from the very, very beginning, that you need to have in addition to being coachable, you have to be consistent. So really quick, I'll just give you guys, because I know we overthink this with the content. I'm going to show you a really quick, it's like 7 seconds example of what a faceless video looks like. This is my husband, and I know it's so blurry, but my husband driving the tractor. Okay. He took this faceless video. It's a 7-second video, and then you put words on the screen. Okay. You can do faceless content like that. You can do B-roll content where you're in front of the camera, but maybe you're just sipping on your coffee, looking out the window, watching the rain, and then you put words on the screen. Or you can do face forward where you're actually sitting here talking about this, and talking about what you're able to accomplish for that. Okay. And that's some of the stuff that we help you in our coaching as well. Every single one of us, Jess, Bethany, and I, we all have a community that we put you into, but you're going to get so much of that coaching from the community as well. So let me see if I missed any specific questions. Yeah, exactly what Jeremiah said. I think face videos build more trust and grab more attention. That's just me, because I was on live the other day and somebody actually said something, and they said, I would love to do this, but I can't speak this clearly. I stutter a lot. Do you know how many people probably, if like see other people doing this and they're like, oh, I can't do this because I stutter? But what if they scrolled across somebody that didn't care that they stuttered, because they still knew that the value and what they had to share could change somebody else's life, and they saw somebody stuttering it up and still sharing the info? Then they'd be like, oh wait, I can do this. That was me. I was like, I can't do this. I'm a mom. I have 3 kids. I'm too busy. And then my girl was like, I'm a mom. I have 3 kids. That's a garbage excuse. Right? So there is somebody that is waiting to be inspired by you and your story, 100%, no matter what that looks like.
That's good. There's some people, Andrea and Alyssa, hand holding. Let me explain to you how I feel like this community holds your hand. So once you purchase and you get your stuff set up, your website set up, every single day there's a video that's less than 10 minutes. So how many of you have ever like bought a gym membership and went a day or two and then it fizzled out? If you've done that, put me in the comments or raise your hand if your camera's on. I've done it. How many of you get super excited because you're going to eat really clean or you're going to eat low carb and it lasts 2 or 3 days and it fizzles out? Every single one of us have done that. So when I came here, I had bought all this other crap. I didn't understand any of it. I didn't like it's too good to be true. If you've had that thought already in this tiny little bit, how long have we been on? 40 minutes. How many of you have said that in your head? This is too good to be true. I like these girls. They seem real, but this is too good to be true. Once you purchase, they become yours. We don't make money from you. Again, the good part about this is you have a daily video from Michelle O'Neill. Michelle O'Neill, 6 kids, single mom, made this community, made this course. She gives us a daily video every day, 10 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. That's your inspiration. I got to watch that daily video. I got to watch that daily video. I've been here 15 months. I still watch the daily videos. Average 5 figures a month. I'm still listening to a millionaire tell me what to do, because there's never too much training, right? I want to learn. I want to learn it all. You watch the daily video Mondays, Tuesdays, and I think Thursdays are big Zooms that you can watch live, or you can watch at 12 o'clock at night. Commit to that. Put it on your calendar. How many of you scroll for at least 10 minutes on Instagram or on TikTok on Reels every day? At least 10 minutes. Put me. You do it. I know you do it. How many of you are an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours? Consistency, and I could say it, I know, till I'm blue in the face. But when you purchase something that you know is making 50,000 other people money, and all you got to do is plug in and make videos and commit to change your life, it's different. And I'll tell you this, and I know I stand for Ashley and Bethany, this is not a get rich quick scheme. Don't come and buy this course and be like, I'm going to throw the link up and sit around and wait on the money to be poured in my face. It's not going to happen. It doesn't work that way. Unless you have millions of followers and every time you put up a post, people just buy whatever you post, then you're probably not here. I mean, you're not, those people aren't on our Zooms. You have to commit to being consistent. Like, I made $10,000 my first 2 months. My sister Amanda Cox, she's on here. She lives right beside me in a single wide trailer. She made nothing for 2 months. It took Bethany 36 days to make her investment back. I now have 14 streams of income. I have my own community. I teach classes. I do coaching. I never did any of that stuff. Look at me. But I plugged in and I knew that there was other people there making money. So this is a way for you to change your life, to learn all these skills, to learn different ways to make money online. But you have to make a decision. You have to draw a line in the sand. Like Michelle, I'm drawing a line in the sand, right, Michelle? I'm going to do this. And my promise to you is I will never leave you unread. I will never leave you on read or ghosted, I'm not going to do the work for you. I can't make Jeremiah watch a TikTok video and put up a video, watch a training, right? I can't go to his account and make him do that. But if he messages me and says, hey, I got my website set up, but I don't know how to make a video. Can you help me? Sure. That's where we are. Like Ashley, like she said, we all have coaching videos. You're going to have access to me by email, Facebook, or on TikTok. We're going to be there. But the desire inside of you has to burn hot because you want to change your life. And that's exactly what we did.
I like what Bethany says. She says, I can't drive the car for you, but I can sit in the passenger seat and be like, hey, there's a speed bump up here. Hey, turn left up here, right? Like,
I love that. I want to use that. Can't drive
it.
the car for you. I love that. That is good.
We've been in it for a minute, so we know a lot of bit about what doesn't work. We know a lot of bit about what does work, and Jess touched on it, about the fear of trying to do something new, right? Y'all, this is not news to anybody. Life is hard. Life is scary. Change is scary, right? But you get to pick, right? Like in this, for me, I was scared, right? I had 15 years experience healthcare. I didn't know digital marketing. I didn't know tech. I didn't know master resale rights, automated fund. Like half of these words, I truly didn't even know what they meant. But I accepted the fact that I was taking control, being accountable, and I, from now on, got to choose what I was scared of. Am I scared to learn a new skill? Am I scared because I know I'm pushing myself, because I'm learning, because I'm growing, because I want more, because my family deserves more? Or am I scared because I know I haven't done anything different and next month is going to be another paycheck to paycheck, that this Christmas is going to be another Christmas that I have to work, that I have to pick up 3 more night shifts this month alone, right? So pick your fear and let that fuel you, right? Are you going to be scared because you know you're stuck and stagnant, or because you're working towards a change? You get to pick that. Keep that in mind.
That's good. Alyssa, I think it was Alyssa, asked about what does it look like when you haven't sold the program? So what I did before I made any money is I made a video that said, I found a class that's teaching me how to make money online. I didn't say I made any money. It is teaching me how to make money. And that's something that we can craft for you if you need help. My name is Alyssa. I found a class that's teaching me how to make money online. All I'm doing is making videos, watching training videos, and learning a new skill. I'm doing it in my sweatpants. You can even say that. Because I don't ever want to lie and say, guess what I did? I made a bunch of money, and I didn't, because people will call you if you're, I feel like people read you. The internet reads you. They know if you're telling the truth. You guys have been watching me. If you haven't for a long time, you know. But when you don't make it, you say you're learning how to make it. That's what I tell my people, because that's what you're learning. You're learning a new skill.
And everybody starts there.
Yes.
Everybody starts at 0. We all started making no sales. Like me, I went 28 days before I made my first sale and 6 weeks before I finally got into profit mode. And, people would come on my live. They don't do it now. It's crazy that they did it when I started, but they don't do it now. They don't come and ask you now, how much money have you made, but then they did. And I was honest with people and I said, well, I haven't made a sale yet, but I'm here and I'm learning. And my biggest thing has always been honesty. I'm never going to dodge that question. I'm never going to lie about my journey here. And if those people are like, oh, she hasn't made a sale yet and they're gone, they're not your perfect customer. And you'll learn about that here. You're going to attract your person, your perfect customer. And my honesty's lost me a lot of sales in the last year, I feel like, but I also feel like that it was for the right reason, because those people, it wasn't for them. And I would never want somebody to get started with this that it's not for them. Everybody can do it, but not everybody will. The consistency and the mindset here are the things that are going to keep you to be successful, is what I always say, because those 28 days without a sale up here, I was like, man, I know this works. I know I can do it. I'm going to give myself time, because I think that's the biggest thing. So many people come here and they see us already having success. And some people out there talk about, oh, come here and have a 5K month. But when that doesn't happen your first month and you expect that, then people want to quit. And I always am real about that. There's a guy in our community, it took him 3.5 months to make his first sale. But by the time he hit 1 year, he made $100,000. I thought of Tim's story every single day when I did this, because I was like, where are you going to be at in a year? Where are you going to be at in a year? And because I made $50 my first month, I didn't give up. I kept showing up, and I made a full-time income as a stay-at-home mom, and it completely changed our life. So We all will be here to help you. If you have those days of doubt where you're like, oh, today's hard to show up, ask Jess. I've messaged her. I've been like, girl, I need to hype me up. I'm not going to quit, but I need to be like refocused, right? We're all human. None of us are perfect. So just
Good.
know that you won't be alone here and that you'll have all of us to help you and encourage you to keep you going.
That's good. There's a lot of questions. I'm not sure we hooked on them all. Ashley and Bethany, if you guys want to look at them, how long do the videos have to be? Some of them can be 7 seconds. Some of them can be 30 seconds. You guys have seen my videos. I cannot be the only mom who has credit card debt and who's looking for ways to make money online. My name is Jess. I live in a double wide trailer in a holler in West Virginia, and I found a way to make money online. Literally that, like, simple, short, and sweet. The idea of making a video is very frightening. Do you guys agree? Some people start faceless, like Ashley said, slow burn. But I want you to grab a hold of something. If you could buy a digital program on a payment plan that had a daily video and a Zoom 5 days a week, if they give you a website, you have it set up, they write your emails for you. So once you get that prepared, you can post on Facebook and make some videos on TikTok. The reason why it sounds too good to be true is so many other programs tell you to do a stand store or to make your own digital products. But we're giving you 4 products. When you purchase Legacy, you get all the products done. Website setup, boom, go make videos. The digital product is the course, the 1, 3, 6, and 9. Those are your digital products. You don't get a physical product. Nothing's going to get shipped to your house. You have the resale rights to 4 products that are completely done. They become yours. You buy a business, you go resell those products. What would you guys do if you got set up today with a firm for 56 bucks? What would you do if you made $900 by next weekend? I ask you that online all the time. What would you do? But not everybody does that. Bethany, I thought it was 36 days, 28 days. Is that what you said? 28 days? 28 days. Not everybody makes their money back right away. Some people are amazing on camera. Some people have a big following. Some people have a best friend that buys from them, like we don't know. It's not it I say TikTok is bipolar because it's crazy one day if that's your only platform. I lost my account. 92,000 followers. They shut me down and they said that I was selling illegal goods and shut me down for 21 days. I lost my big account. I made $10,000 in 21 days without the big TikTok because I got their email address. Whatever business that you're going to do online, if you're not collecting somebody's email address, you could lose your social media account. They do not belong to you. You could lose them instantly and lose all your little orange cart viewers. You have to be collecting somebody's email and you have to learn how to do that. So many questions. Do you guys want to help me with questions? In the
Doug
comments?
says, I'm afraid if I pay for this and fail, I can't take more money from my family. I'm going to tell you something, and you're probably going to say it's easy for her to say, don't fail. Don't quit. If you don't quit, you won't fail. I truly, truly believe it. Like from the bottom of my heart, if you can be consistent, like Bethany said, Tim, he was a dad. He's a grandpa. Okay. He lives in California. He had 0 experience in this space. He went 3 months without having a sale. And then he reached out, like we tell you to, reach out and ask for help. You have us, you have the community full of thousands of people. There's so much coaching. And he raised his hand and he said, this is what I'm doing. This is what I want. This is my results. Where's the disconnect? And he got coached, right? By our mentor, who is a multi-millionaire, got coached, implemented it. And then within the next 9 months, made $100,000. So don't quit. I also will guarantee you this, that if you are wanting more out of life, the skills that you will get from this program, whether or not you decide to sell this program, will be incredible for you. I have had people that have purchased this program with 0 intentions of ever reselling it itself. I've had realtors, I've had a thrift store owner, cleaning store, massage therapist, all other people who have their own product or service and just want to market it. Like Bethany's creating her own digital products, and now she has the foundation of attraction marketing, how to build that email list, how to have those automations do that work for her. So she's set. The coaching does not cost money. You get your program. That's it. Okay. You get your program. There's a one-time admin fee. Any of the coaching within the community, you don't pay for, which is truly mind-blowing to me. And honestly, I think that's why some of the people just don't plug in, because they're not like financially invested. Sometimes I wish that did cost money because I think people would pay better attention, but
People don't realize what they have. We have millionaire mindset coach, our new mindset coach. I mean, how many of you have ever had a really like bad frame of mind about something, and you're in a hole and you think the world's going to end and nobody likes you and you're never going to make money at this. People were there all the time. I'm not going to do good. Look at Jessica. Look at all the money she's making. Your mindset can play a lot on that. But if you've never been taught that, you don't know. And like Michelle made $4 million in 2024. She just gets on a video every day and gives us some advice for free. Good question.
Do you guys understand the different price points? Drop me the number 4 in the comments if anybody wants to go over that so you know what it's going to cost you to get started. Because there is options. Okay, force. Holy moly, force. Okay, so we have 4 different options for you. You can come in where this is the best fit for you. We have a 100, we have a 300, we have a 600, and we have a $900 level. We highly recommend this $900 level for a couple of reasons. It is the best seller. So when you get this $900 level, you get the resale rights to all 4 of this. That does not mean that you have to fork over $900 today to get started, okay? I did not know that there was payment plans. I didn't know it, so forked it over. Okay. There's Klarna, which lets you get started for $58 a month, Afterpay $78 a month. Both of those, depending on your credit, if you qualify, have been approving people to get started at 0 down. All right. I had a girl that just got started here. She used payment plans. She got started. She was hecka coachable. She was super consistent. She was coming to my inbox, asking me questions. Within 10 days, she made her first $900 sale and paid off the payment plan. She got approved for 0 down. So yep, Ashley Evans, she never even had to make her first payment. Okay. So get back with whoever invited you, talk to them about what payment plans there is. And yes, so whichever level you come in at, you'll have the resale rights to that level and any level below it. So for example, if you start at the $100 level, that is going to be the only level that you are able to resell. You're also going to have the least amount of coaching and training. That is another reason why we recommend this 900. Whether you have experience or not, the information and education that comes with this is incredible. Okay. Now at this $900 level, this is the only level that you can get certified with. We are the only program out there that you can actually get a certificate with. Whether or not you want to do anything with that is up to you, but it is a really big selling point to people that are going to be buying this from you. It helps a lot with like the authority in the space. Okay. A lot of people don't like the buy a course to sell a course type thing. So that helps a lot with that. So does that make sense? We have the 4 different levels. We have the payment plans. You get the resale rights to that level and any level below it. There is a one-time admin fee after you choose whichever level you want. Each level has its own individual admin fee. The admin fee is $39. It's one and done. If you come in at this $100 level and then you decide you want to upgrade, you're going to come in at the 100, you're going to pay your $39 admin fee. So say maybe 2 weeks later, you're like, nope, I see the value in this. I don't want to be capped at $100 sales. I want to have $300 sales. You can pay the difference. It's $200. However, you will have to pay the $39 fee again because you're upgrading your website. Okay. So every time you stair step up, you're going to pay that $39. However, if you get started right off the bat at this $900 level, you're only paying that admin fee once. Okay, just know that. And then you don't have to take the time to redo your website, to update your website either.
Alyssa asked about certification. So there's a new module, Legacy 2.0 just got launched. There's a new module that has 5 modules, and you watch those and you get certified to be a reseller of the Legacy Builder program, certified, licensed. So then you can say, you can show your certificate, you can put that at the end of your videos and at the end of your emails, and you can say, my name's Alyssa, I am a certified, licensed digital marketer. So that puts you up here as somebody that has authority. Do you guys agree? Like I said it on my live today and it kind of fell out of my life. I'm out of my mouth. I'm a certified moneymaker. I'm going to teach you how to become a certified moneymaker. No other program has that on social media right now. You cannot go anywhere and get certified and licensed to teach other people how to make money online. You can't. Yeah, Jeremiah, it's together. Certified and licensed. Reseller of the Legacy Builder program. Yeah, that's all brand new.
And no, Andrea, the certified, you don't have to pay extra for it. Correct.
But it's only on the $900 program.
These are good questions, you guys. Do you have any other questions? These are awesome.
Yes, you can do other, like I have PayPal, Stripe on mine. You can use Square. Stripe is the same. Like Stripe is what allows you to have payment options for your customers. How many of you have lived most of your life on a payment plan? I sure did. I didn't hear of Stripe before this. I'd never went to GoDaddy before this. I didn't do any of that, but there's bite-sized little pieces that will teach you how to do that. You do it one time, it's set up forever. It's amazing process that I did not understand. But like Stripe is what allows you to have payment options for your customers. You connect it to your bank account. It takes 5 minutes to set that up. It's super simple. I've never heard of Revolt.
I have a
Danielle.
question though.
Let's hear it.
So the people that don't have like, okay, so say if you don't have credit, the person doesn't have, do you have any other options with that? Like, or just
Well, Facebook Marketplace and sell everything you can to get in here, or start small and work your way up. Because you can do the $100 program on a payment plan for $8. Maybe if you don't have credit, just sell, save until you get in here.
okay.
Yep.
And if you have tried Klarna and you've tried Affirm and you've gotten denied for those, reach back out to whoever invited you. I always recommend, there's a couple extra ones that we know about. There's Sezzle, there's Affirm, there's a couple different options. And I had a girl that got denied for both Klarna and Afterpay. She got approved for $0 with both of those. And then she went through Affirm, same information, and she got approved for up to $5,000 of spending power with Affirm. So check them all out. Even if you're like, yep, I've got crap credit, check it.
Yep. There's some extra ones too that we both don't have on our thing, on our link, or all three of us, four of us, if Amanda's still here. Any more questions? It's been an hour. We don't want to keep you all night, but if you have questions and you want to come off mute. No questions? I think, is he talking? Johnny, are you talking? You're on mute. Do you have a question about the course?
No, I was saying, I was seeing so much success between Legacy Builder, from so many people. Um, just the success that has been brought to the table. I mean, I'm seeing like people are just pushing it out there, just kind of like it's really. I saw a video where Michelle O'Neill, you guys, is millionaire that makes Legacy Builder, and which y'all mentioned. I saw a video of her, and it's a guy. He made like $1,000. He was just a teacher, so that's kind of impactful.
Sure.
So I saw a video of that, and then I also, like you mentioned, the license. You cannot get anywhere that has license with the program, so that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. I really think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, and you came in at the $100 package. Is that right?
I think so.
So we're working our way up, aren't we?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah. Danielle asked about where we go from here. So your first step is you need to purchase either the 100, the 300, the 600, or the 900. Get back with the person that invited you to this webinar. The email they sent you before, there's links on there, send them a DM, and you purchase. Then you'll get a pop-up screen, you'll pay your admin fee, you get an email immediately from Digital Growth Community, and it literally walks you through what to do. I mean, if you're a night owl, you could be set up and have a video ready to go in the morning, and Jeremiah could watch it and comment on it. Boom, you're ready to go. If you're techie and good, you might run with it and think it's the easiest thing in the world. That is not my wheelhouse. Websites, domains, that's not my wheelhouse. I could talk to the wall and have it buy me an ice cream cone, but don't ask me to make a website, or don't ask me to change my screen name, because I don't know how to do that.
Jessica,
Yes?
well, I came on late, so will you have the recording for this? So that I
Yes,
can
ma'am.
go back
And
and-
I will load it up as soon as I can and send it out in my emails. Are you getting my emails?
Yes.
All right, honey. It's good to see your face. We will send it all out, and then if you guys have questions, just, inbox is always open, right?
Thanks.
I'd probably say real quick for anybody that's worried about coming in and maybe not making any money off of it, even if you don't make any money, you're still learning how to do digital marketing. You're learning how to use Canva. So it could be seen as a step in the right direction. It opens up the door for, other digital marketing, because there's all kinds of stuff out there. And you could even start, your own journey with YouTube or TikTok, or, help other people with their digital marketing too. So there's all kinds of directions it can go if it doesn't work out monetarily.
Definitely.
Definitely a good
Definitely.
resume builder, especially having that being able to add the certification and licensing to it. Because, like you said, even if you have made $0, you can still say, like, I'm certified through Legacy Builder program with digital marketing. And that is a huge resume builder. In fact, Jess, I don't know if did Ashley share this with you? Ashley Evans, my same girl that got started and within 10 days made her first $900 sale. She's been doing it. She's been making the posts. She was a travel agent before. She's a single mom. She has a special needs daughter. She cannot work outside of the home. So she's been trying to find stuff around the home that she can do. She's made more money doing this in 2 months than she did in all of 2024 as a travel agent. But the agency that helps, I don't know the right verbiage here, the agency that helps with care and staffing for some of her daughter's needs and some other people in that community has been watching what she's doing. And they approached her. Jess, have you heard about this? They approached her and they said, will you market for us? We want to pay you this much money a month. We have a 6-month contract. We want you to market for us. So now she has an extra stream of income. And exactly like Jeremiah said, even if she hadn't made any money, they've been watching what she's doing. They're seeing the skills that she's learned, and made a job that way.
That's awesome. I did not know that. That's so
Isn't
cool.
that exciting?
Yeah. And like another example for me, I like signed up for a health and wellness company. It was completely free. Well, I had people that had put their email on my website. I sent them the opportunity. Now I have a team of people underneath of me that are also selling health and wellness products, because you can sign up to sell those products for free. I gave my email list an opportunity to make money, and now I have another affiliate. Does that make sense? Put a thumbs up. Yeah, like it's just another way to help somebody else make money. They can do that for free, and I also make money from that. So there's so much that you can do here.
Oh, yeah, and it's not a thing that you have to go into and immediately quit your job. You can take it a little bit at a time, like me and Ashley were talking about with my situation. I can't go in and just start making as much money as I can, because if it doesn't work out, I kind of mess things up really bad fiscally. So, you can go into it and start slow, kind of get
Sure.
the feel for it and see how everything goes.
Yeah, I mean, nobody, and like, I didn't come here thinking I would quit my job. Neither did Ashley. I wanted to pay my mortgage. She wanted to pay the car payment. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would quit the job I'd have half my life. But the Lord had a better plan. Definitely. All right, so it's 8:06. If you don't have any more questions, we want to let you go. I don't want to keep you on Zoom all night. Message back the person that invited you here. All right, sister. All right, Angel. We'll see you guys tomorrow on live. If you have questions, let us know. Okay. Bye.
Good night, y'all.